I decided to do a Gasthaus plans for the Gasthaus video. Uh, there's the what remains of the goat shelf. Uh, I've torn the other one out. I'm going to put it back very soon. Uh, there is that platform. Well, but I said plans. I'm going to, before I cover that again, I'm going to really look close and film closely that wall right there, because that is really telling a story. And same thing there. I mean, I exposed that, and I'll have more to say about all of this really soon. Just at the moment, there aren't any goats or pigs here, which is good. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, I'll dig out the rest of that manure that's there. I was hoping that the pigs were going to do that for me, but they're not in a big hurry. Look at how much. Well, that's kind of another story. Okay, let's see. Let me go over here to this corner. This paving, I'll explain about it later. My grandfather did that, and I have plans. I'm going to lower it, believe it or not. I think I plan to lower it. I think I can lower it maybe a foot. And that was a sort of a mini goat shelf, which I disassembled today, this afternoon. I had it going the whole way around here into the corner and out there, and I was going to put a doorway through there to get to the stairs and the elevator, but I'll come back here in a moment to show you. This is these are the slats that I took out of that goat shelf. I laid those two 4x4s there just so the goats could get up without having to walk in the wet. I think the pigs can do it too. All right, let's see this. This platform, I'm going to lower it and make it into a ramp, so it'll actually climb. I might even do that today, but I think I'll wait for tomorrow. It's typical construction on my part. I mean, it's pallets or skids, really. Those would be called skids on 4x4s. But what I'm going to do, though, is lower it a little bit there and then have it slope so it goes down there. Now, the older goats, as they've gotten older and geriatric and close to death, they've really liked to go under there because they felt really safe, I think. Well, they're sheltered from the wind, had something over them. This furnace will heat the whole area. But I mean, I'll never run it on max. Never, I don't think. It could if it was meant for coal. Let me walk on this once and see. Maybe this will make an interesting video if I fall through it. I'm having to watch. So anyway, that furnace is well, it's real special. Almost everything I'm showing you here, I'll tell you more about it later. It's going to go over into a chimney, and that chimney is going to be on this side of the wall, and that chimney will be supplied by about 5 flues, I think. This is where the kitchen's going to be, and the stove for the kitchen will be here and feed into that as well. What else to show you? Maybe I'll shut this off and then start again. Okay, I'm back here. Now that wall, this is the western wall. I'll rebuild it completely. It's in danger of falling in too, but the two biggest hazardous places for the building to completely fall down is this corner right here. Joyce may remember how hard I worked on that in the winter. And then that corner over there. There are 8 point loads in this building, and I'll say more about that later too. So that area in between the point loads is not as critical as you might think. All right, now when I cleared that what I just walked across. I had on it, I was storing these treads. Those are treads for stairs. Here's the shorter ones. There are the longer ones. I'm going to, maybe even tomorrow, saw two of those out so I can go through here. And right here is going to be an elevator right in the middle of it. I'm going to turn sharp to the left and start a winding stair to go up. And it's got to get high enough so that there's headroom to get under it, to get onto that western porch. That'll be really fun to do. And that's why I've got the, oh, here's my chicken. That's why I've got these treads here. Oh, what else to show you? There's so much. The workbench is going to stay there, but I'll have it on a wood instead of blocks, I think. That area over there, I'm going to make into a sauna, really, and a laundry. The tub will be for people and clothes. That old gas-fired, I think originally, furnace, I'll use to heat water. Let's see what else. I'm gonna make a better bridge across here. I tried to use a pipe before, but it just always blocked. And I'll use, one of the things I'll be doing tomorrow, I think, is these concrete blocks that I took out when I tore that out, and some other ones as well. I'm going to use as many of them as I can right now in places where I think they'll stay. I'll make banks or keys, Q-U-A-Y-S, keys for that spring that ran for just a little bit because we got pretty good rain, but it stopped again. Oh man, I mean, this is that wall, the eastern wall, that I'll also replace. I'll use 4x4 studs in the wall and just make it right, and also seal it so the wind doesn't blow out there, the wind that blows in here. I mean, this is play work that's just really nothing but fun. Well, I couldn't resist. I started. The pigs haven't come down from pasture yet anyway, and I have time, and it's just so easy. So I've started to take these pallets off the 4x4s, stack them there, and I'll just see how far it goes. I don't know how much I'll do now. Well, that took less than 5 minutes to lift them off. Part of my secret is to not use nails or fasteners or mortar. That way I can, it's a little bit like a grown person playing with Legos. Haha, boss. She's the biggest pig. Look at them working on her. More than one litter. There's probably 3 litters that are working on her. And she's coming down. Here comes the, hey, you're late, buddy. There's another sow. They share. I mean, they after a while they don't make a fuss about whose piglets are whose. Well, that took another 5 minutes, and I've taken that apart. There's my 4x4 beams. I'm gonna get a lot of blocks out of that. I'll probably only need half as many because of what I'm gonna do. So I'll just add them to that pile and see what I can do with them. There. That's about the number of blocks I'm gonna need for when I put that shelf back into a ramp. It's gonna be pretty low. But I'll work on this tomorrow. And I definitely have to take a look in here because there's been leakage in the roof. And this is one of the load points in the whole barn, right back in there. And you can see stuff's wet, so I got to really take a look at that, see what I have to build up. All right, there's going to be more of this because now I'm to the point where I can really start to build, not just tear apart and repair.